Here I am at Stinky Woods, yeah. Yeah, I was forgetting the name of it for a second. I've been here for a while. Yeah. Been quite a while, yeah. Again, behind some idiot on the road who basically pulled out of a parking spot as I was coming up the road. He could clearly see I was coming. And yet basically decided that they were going to do 40. So, excuse me, you can see I'm coming. Why are you just doing 40? That's insane. We've had some trees fall over in that windy we had the other day. Right. One there, one over there. Sorry about that, trees. And one over there as well. Loads over there. But hopefully they can sort something out and get the wood. There's lots of decent wood here. Hey, should at least make some use out of it, shouldn't they, tree? Hey? Yeah, that's the point. Good wood there. Let's make use out of them. I don't know what they're going to do. Well, no point trying to lift them up again. No, because, well, would the root be able to take? No. I mean, you'd need a stake in the ground for it to lean against. It would be incredibly strong because there's a lot of weight there. I'm not calling you fat trees, don't worry. Oh well. Sorry trees, you're on the last days, you that have fallen over. You can be like this one here, where it's just a root and a tiny bit of stump there. But look at them all. There's loads of them that have fallen over. Right. Well, the problem here is they've not got an awful lot of ground to root, have they? Because they're too close to each other. That's the thing. That's a biggie. Again, that one, decent wood in that one. That one fell over as well. Aye. Yeah. Look at how it's damaged all the other trees around it. The little ones that have grown up. See how many little trees are growing in that area? Just ridiculous. See, that's the thing. That's why they don't have much in the way of roots. Root space to actually go deeper, so that they can stand when it's windy. Look at that blinking thing there. Oh. But see how shallow the roots are? Yeah, it's not much chance with a heavy wind. Aye. I mean, you think about it in that way, it's surprising that there's not more that have come down. You know, I mean, there is quite a few. Probably in this woodlands, there's probably, what, 40 or 50 that have come down. I mean, even in this area, there's probably about a dozen. Yeah, so, aye. Yeah, because there's one there as well, one over there as well. It's come down, one over there. There's one on its way down over there that fell down but fell against another tree, so that's quite helpful. There's one here again over the path. No one's even tried to get rid of it from the path, have they? They just left it there. Okay. I don't think the people that manage this area have been out and really done anything with it. They just basically left it as it is. Look at it. Oh my lord. Okay. Yeah. You can see that one there. That's come across that path but leant against that tree. So that one will probably survive. That'll just reroot. Yeah. Alright, look at this one here. Jesus, that one there as well. Alright. Alright, loads there. Tons of them. Alright, the carnage of a bit of wind, eh? Yeah. Well, that's the point. I mean, put it this way. Going from that that point of shallow roots. Yeah. I stopped off at the church on Sunday. I was walking downtown. Well, I was going downtown thinking I'd walk downtown, and I figured I might as well get the car after a bit, because I thought I'd go back and get my car. Yeah, so I spoke to a few people and shared just a few of the things that God has been sharing with me over the past few weeks. And as I was speaking to one of the people, as I finished speaking to her, you know who she is anyway, yeah. there was a lady who's part of the leadership. You know, the one I mentioned who's got bad ears? Yeah. She's just standing there. Basically, her car is in between me and the person I'm speaking to, who was in her car. And she's just standing there with her door open, just standing there looking at me all the time. I'm very tempted to just say, excuse me, would you mind your own bloody business? What the heck has this got to do with you? I'm talking to somebody. The person I'm not talking to is you. And then just as I was walking away, the pastor came over basically to inquire about what I was saying. And what came to mind was, oh, you are so insecure, aren't you, as a pastor? Wow, you are so insecure. I speak to somebody, I'm basically shouting over because of a traffic noise, and then she's in her car, so I'm just saying hello and sharing a bit about what God's been doing. That's all, really. And the pastor has to sort of come over and say, what was he saying? Or either that, or this is the one that vehicle, basically, yeah, who I was speaking to. Now, of course, because I mentioned to him at one point that I was in love with someone, or that God had put love in me for somebody, and it ends up this person is now, I found out she's married. I think he told her. I think he went and probably told her. Which if he did, as a pastor who was told that in confidence, that's going to see the end of his ministry. That's a certainty. If he chose to do that, then that's up to him, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. If he did, then I hope that everyone in that church finds out about it. And they realise just who this man is. As I say, I mean, if I'm in charge of a church, put it this way, this is the stupidity of it. If I'm in charge of a church, if I've got somebody who was a pain in the arse to me, who's now left the church, can I make sure that that person doesn't speak to any member of my church during the week? No. Of course I can't. So who do I need to trust? God. But if I'm constantly checking up with people, oh, did he speak to you? Did he say something? What did he say? What does that show? Does that show that I have faith in God? That woman's having a problem with that. Okay. Shorter, I suppose. Couldn't step over it. Not sure if I can actually. Find out in a minute. No, put it this way. I mean, does it show faith in God? If I'm stressing all the time, what's this person saying? Did they say anything about me? Did they? Yeah. Are they trying to turn you against the church? Yeah. That's stupidity. It's fear. I say it's fear-led, and that church is fear-led. So therefore, are they just continuing the fear-led crap? Yeah. Well, put it this way, that church, the godness in that church is shallower than the roots of these trees. Any decent storm that comes against that church, they will fail. They will not survive that. Not in any way, shape or form. They will fall just like these trees have fallen. Yeah. Oh, indeed, yes. Oh, again. Toes, left foot, the middle toes. There's a couple of nerves that are going a bit funny right now as I'm walking, which is a bit annoying. Yeah. Hello, tree. I'm sorry this is the end of your existence. But it is. You fell over, didn't you? Because you weren't rooted very well. Yeah. Look at the carnage. But this is going to be churches. Yeah. You get a strong breeze coming to attack the churches, and there'll be churches falling all over the place, just like all these trees. That's the thing. That's going to happen. That's going to happen. Yeah. Indeed, yes. Is there any point in me trying to go on that path still? Not really. No, I'm going to go back. There's no point me trying to go on that path. They need to get these paths sorted out, really. Yeah, need to get the lumberjacks in, I think, to sort all this out. Phone up Canada. They got a few there. They can help. Yeah. Sorry, Tree. There you go. You'll have another life, maybe. But certainly I imagine some of your seeds are falling down into the area. Hi. That'd be the case of all of them, I guess, yeah. Hi. But yeah, as I say, with this church, it's ridiculous. It really, really is. I mean, I've now understood that the pastor, I don't think he actually believes in God. I don't. I think he's one of, well, put it this way. What I didn't realise initially about him, because he's in a Pentecostal church, you see, that normally you get pastors like him in the more religious sort of churches. Yeah, that's where you normally find them. So that's why, you know, it took me a while to figure out, hold it, he's just like them. Yeah, in the CV churches, those sort of churches, yeah, you get people who, yeah, daddy or uncle or granddad or brother was a vicar. So it's in the family. So they then go and become a vicar, you know, because the family pays for them to go to Bible college, and they come out and they become a vicar. You know, they get ordained and all that. But they don't believe in God. They believe in doing that work, but they don't necessarily believe in God. And there's an awful lot of them who are vicars who don't believe in God, don't believe in what they're saying at all. And I've got the impression from him, from his fruit, that he is yet another one of these. He's someone who doesn't believe in God. He believes in his teaching. He believes in his ministry. But he doesn't trust in God. He's not being led by God. He doesn't want to be led by God. He wants to be led by his understanding, by his ministry, you see. He was trained. And because he was trained, he wants to be led by that because that was his training. And he should be led by his training because he believes that his God, and we'll get onto that one in a sec. I've already spoken about that. Basically, his God is the God of this world. Because he was trained by that God. Because the Bible College uses the college system of the world. They use the system of training people to speak according to the worldly speakers. So therefore, that's two worldly systems they use. So they're world. They're not God, they're world. So who is the God of this world? Satan. Lucifer. So therefore, their father is Lucifer. So, you know, when it comes to setting up the church, did they ask God? No. Who did they ask? Basically Lucifer again, didn't they? How should we set up the church? Or just do everything the same way the other churches are doing it? Is that godly? I mean, does anyone really believe that God will want you to do that? As I've said before, you know, snowflakes are all made differently. All individual. But churches have got to be exactly the same. Is that God? Does anyone really believe that God would do that? Of course God wouldn't do that. That's man doing that, isn't it, really? But the problem is, that's the God of this world deciding that. And the God of this world is Lucifer. So what about locking down all the churches? As I said, that's the God of this world who decided that. That's the one who was guiding the government. Yeah, the spreading of fear. The spreading of, you know, neighbours going telling on neighbours. Informing on each other. That's fear. Would that be God doing it? No. Not in any way, shape or form. That wouldn't be God doing it. So if it's not God doing it, who would be doing it? Who would be the one teaching people about the knowledge of good and evil? Who's good, who's evil? Who's doing things the right way? Who's doing things the wrong way? That's the devil. So who are they being led by? The devil. Now, does it mean that someone who is a Christian can't be led by the devil? No. Not at all, because most Christians are led by the devil quite a lot. Because they still have one foot in one camp and one foot in another. Yeah. They don't understand it. They don't understand that you can't do that. You can't. If you have 1 foot in the world, that wasn't helpful. Stepped on that bit and that slid. Not good. Annoying. Yes. Yeah, if you have your foot in the world at all, none of you is in the kingdom. None of you. That's the reality. You can't have any part of you, any part at all, in this kingdom, in this world. You can't be of this world in any way, shape or form. John 17 says you were of this world and now you're not of this world as I am not of this world. That's what the Lord said. If you're of this world, then you are of the ruler of this world. You can't be not of the ruler of this world if you're of this world. That's the reality. Cold today. Very cold today. Not very cloudy. That'll do it. Oh, that'll do it. That'll make it a bit cold, yes, indeed. It is a bit cold. Oh, yeah. So, yes, that church. As I say, all these churches, not just that church, but the majority of churches, they are spiritually dead. They've been on life support machine for a blinking long time. They are shallow with their understanding, and their relationship with God is shallow. The thing about, as I say, the thing about shallow is you get a slight breeze or a pretty heavy breeze and boom, over. Like this poor thing here. Ain't you, eh? Yep. Indeed, yes. Well, the point of it, these bits here aren't really supposed to be walked on. Yeah, that's why you slip when you try and walk on these bits, because normally you're supposed to walk on this bit. But there's great big trees in the way. Yeah. You've got to walk on these bits up here, and they're not really normally walked on, because they're not supposed to be a path. That's why you end up slipping and sliding on those bits. So yeah, all fun and games. Indeed, yes. The reality is that I'm going to be simply from now on just led by God. If God wants me to speak to someone at that church, or to go there and around about the time they're finishing or starting, to say something, or even go into the church and say something, then He's got to lead me to do that. Yeah, it's not up to me. It's not up to me to decide that that's what I want to do in any way, shape or form. So, yeah. That's the situation now. Yeah. I mean, as I said to God the other day, if God doesn't particularly care about these churches, there's no reason why I should. Yeah, I'm just wasting my effort and my concern caring about churches that God really doesn't care about. I mentioned about all the positions that this pastor has. Well, look, the issue about that is you've got the pastor, you've got the leader, you've got the teacher. Now, all these positions are supposed to be accountable. One is supposed to be making the other ones accountable. The other ones are supposed to be making that one accountable. But when you've got the same person as the leader, the teacher and the pastor, you've got problems. Big problems. Well, he's also a worship leader and a number of other things. But I say, who appointed him? No one appointed him who was actually seeking God and praying for God to tell them. Because there's no chance at all that God will say, that person is the leader, pastor, speaker, and etc, etc, etc. No chance at all. No, because it's 3 different roles. So it needs 3 different people, to help each other. That's the point. But in that church, no, it's not about God at all. It really is about man. It's about making it easy for everyone. Accountability is something you need in church. In that church, what you don't have is accountability. Well, the reason why you don't have accountability is because accountability means that you've got to be accountable. And the pastor doesn't want to be accountable. And the members don't want to be accountable. So, they make the pastor, someone who's a leader and someone who's a teacher and someone who's a this, that and the other. So therefore, none of those roles are being held accountable because it's the same person. Is he going to hold himself accountable? No way, shape or form. No. Even the best of the best, generally speaking, after a while, they stop holding themselves accountable. Because they believe in themselves. If they believe in themselves, they believe that what they're doing is what God wants. So they stop holding themselves accountable. The best of the best would always say, look, I'm not going to do these 3 roles. I'm not going to do 2 of them. I will do 1 of them. Simple. I'm not going to do 3 or 2. Because I need these other roles, these other people who are doing these roles to help me to do mine. They've got to help me to be accountable. They've got to help to make sure that I'm being led by God. If I'm being led by man, then I shouldn't be anywhere near this. But of course they don't want that, do they? Not at all, no. No, that's not good. Not in any way, shape or form. So there you go. There you go. I'm going to take the journey home and figure out what I'm doing. But as I said, with regards to that place, just leave it be. I mean, look, last night I was doing videos for, audios actually, for wifey. And I understood one thing. That even at the point where she came and stood next to me in church, the way she was, it was God doing that. Completely God doing that. It was basically like she was the world's most beautiful peacock, but showing me her utter best in every way, shape or form. Was that her doing that? No, it was God. It was God doing that. So whenever I get to a point where I'm struggling about that situation, about her, God then reminds me that, no, it's me doing that. Don't worry. I'm capable of doing this, so don't worry about it. I've got it. So it's like, okay. Yeah. So, generally speaking, do I need to speak to her? No. She knows where I am, so if she wants to contact me, she can do so. Right. I'm not going to worry about it now. Just leave it to God. That's the thing. Yeah. Right, you take care. God bless. A bit noisy with cars now. I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.